So, what is up, guys? This is Nick here from Everything Tech. Welcome to this iPhone 5 versus iPhone 5S iOS 10.1.1 speed test comparison. You can tell this is the iPhone 5 by the stealthy black as well as the circular LED flash, no true tone action going on over there. Now on the right side you can see we do have the iPhone 5S fingerprint scanner, no SE branding, dual tone LED flash right there for the 5S. Let's bring them back over here. Let me bring out my rag. They're a little bit dirty right here, so let's give them a quick squig or a quick clean. Mr. Clean over here, live on camera. Let's go ahead and open these guys up here. And you can see it looks like I got night shift going on over here on the iPhone 5S. So I'm going to turn that off and show you that both of these devices are in fact running iOS 10.1.1. So let's give it a little confirm action here on the iPhone 5, and you can see 10.1.1, 14B100. Nice stuff over there on the iPhone 5. 4-year-old phone, still got the latest software. Pretty nice stuff. Thank you, Apple. 10.1.1, 14B100 here for our iPhone 5S on the right. So let's go ahead and close all of the applications out and let's start our speed test. You know how we do it around here. We're going to run it through some speed tests just to see what the real world usage is like on this latest update. Now 10.1.1 was a small update. It only brought fixes to Apple Health data. So if you're an Apple Health user, this update was probably something you might want to go ahead and do. But anyway, what we're doing here is to see if there was any bug fixes in the background of these devices to see which one is quicker or if there's any speed improvements. But I can tell you right now, I updated the iPhone 5 and it did feel a little bit quicker. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's go with the calendar first in 3, 2, 1, let's go. And you can see iPhone 5 there, or 5S, looks like they go home about the same. Calculator looked about even, maybe slightly quicker on the 5S. Let's go into camera. And you can see that's so close. The iPhone 5 is performing pretty well. Let's go into weather here. iPhone 5S a millisecond or so ahead of the 5. Let's go into the clock application. And it looks like the 5S is pulling ahead there. Let's go into the news application here. iPhone 5S well ahead in the lead there. We're not even gonna wait for the 5S or for the 5 there, that's obvious. Let's go into home here, and you can see that the iPhone 5S a millisecond or so ahead there. Let's go into the App Store on both devices, and you can see which one gets there first. Looks like the iPhone 5S is ahead by about 3 seconds. I like that. Nice stuff, iPhone 5S. Let's go into music application here for both iPhone 5S, a millisecond or so ahead. Let's go into settings here on both. And you can see a millisecond or so ahead on the 5S. So the 5S is only slightly faster in terms of just everyday opening applications over the iPhone 5. But where the iPhone 5S is going to be noticeably better is it seems to have less hangs and glitches than you'll find on the iPhone 5 in everyday real world use. So what I mean is that when you're scrolling through sub menus and things of that nature, the iPhone 5 does start to feel a little bit slower than you would like. See, the 5S is killing this device on gaming right now too. So the 5S is definitely the champ here, and there was no refuting that. I didn't make this video to say that the iPhone 5 was faster, but I wanted to see how much, better it's performing on iPhone or iOS 10.1.1, and I do believe it is getting better here for the iPhone 5 in terms of these dot updates for iOS 10. Is it better than iOS 9? Probably not. But is it better than the first release of iOS 10 on the iPhone 5? Yes, it definitely is. So let's go ahead and do a Safari website test. So let's go to technobuffalo.com here. Let's go over here to the iPhone 5S. Let's go to technobuffalo.com. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. And you could see it looks like the iPhone 5S is ahead as expected, both connected to the same Wi-Fi network. Let's go ahead and go into an article on the page once the iPhone 5 can catch up here. And where is the Nintendo action? Okay, I don't see it there. Oh, all right, well, we're gonna have to kick this baby up here then. Let's go to that baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Both of them a little bit slow here. I'm sick and tired of Apple's feature cutting. Okay, well, I guess some of us are sick and tired of Apple's features cutting. Anyway, let's come out of there. You can see that the iPhone 5S did run a bit quicker in Safari than it did on the iPhone 5. But let's go ahead and check the general UI and see if there's any difference. And you've seen the iPhone 5 did jump a little bit there. It did lag just a little bit there on this, test right here where we just dropped down the notification tray. What about Control Center? You can see a little bit of a hang there on the 5. This is nice to see that we're actually seeing differences here. And you can see even on when you go through it, it looks like there's a slight stutter there on the iPhone 5. Let's go over here to widgets tray. Let's see if anything changes there. Not much there going on there. What about spotlight search? Let's try that. A little bit of a hang there on the iPhone 5 once again. So the iPhone 5S is still the king of the cheap iPhones here in 2016. If you want a cheap iPhone, the iPhone 5S is still the king here. Let's go ahead and go through multitasking, and you can see it looks about the same there. The iPhone 5 is doing pretty well. I guess they made a little illusion there of very fast multitasking of the iPhone 5 to fool you into thinking that it is still very fast, which it's not, but it does perform, functionally for here in 2016. You can see calculator did open about the same there on multitasking. Let's go into Safari here, and you can see both had to reload that, so I'm going to call that one about even as well. Tempo run. And you can see iPhone 5S was definitely ahead there. Let's go into settings. Nope, missed it there. Let's go into settings here. And you could see about the same there in terms of the settings applications. Let's go ahead and head into something else. One final test here. Let's go into Apple Music. Let me go into Apple Music on both. Let's go, boom, let's go, there you go. So you can see about the same there in terms of just the multitasking. Although I do gotta tell you that the iPhone 5S does feel a little bit faster in day-to-day use. So if you guys are wondering if you should update to iOS 10.1.1, if you're already on 10, I would say go ahead and do it. It doesn't really change the speed too much, but the iPhone 5 did feel a little bit more fluid than it did on previous versions of iOS 10. I'm not saying it feels more fluid than a jailbroken iPhone 5 or an iPhone 5 on iOS 9, but it does feel better than iOS 10. So if you want to do this update, I recommend it to you on the iPhone 5. It's pretty shocking that this device still runs here in 2016 and it's still functional. I think this goes to show how well optimized the iPhone's potential is. So if you got like an iPhone 6S, you're probably good for like the next 2 or 3 years. So it's pretty cool stuff to see here. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap this one up for iOS 10.1.1 on our iPhone 5 versus our iPhone 5S. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and click the like button for me. Share this video with anybody interested in Apple, iPhone technology, and anything that comes to mind technology. And have a great day wherever you are. Be sure to be well, and peace.